Monday Night Football, baby. We're here.
There's only one other good play on Minnesota.
Touchdown in 46 seconds. Punches back. Touchdown.
Brim Factory Live on a Wednesday afternoon, talking NFL Week 6. We got Big T and ODB. I'm, of course, JSU. Make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel as we continue to give some winners, hopefully, for Week 6. Boys, how was Week 5? Big T, I'll just throw it to you real quick. Quick thoughts on Week 5 and how you feeling going into Week 6? Joe Flacco season?
Joe Flacco. Yeah, it was a somewhat rough week for me. I was looking back at my picks. I always keep the sheet. Yeah, not great. Those totals too. I talked a lot about the totals last week with the flow chart. Didn't go great. I was kind of seeing how it went. I've never done that before, honestly. Putting the flow chart into totals. I think they went 4 and 7. It looks like. I think so. Not great there. Not great with the picks either. I think I went 1 and 2. ODB went 1 and 2. JSU went 2 and 1. Not great.
Yeah, say it louder for the people so they hear it.
5 weeks in, you finally got a W. Congratulations there,
Thank
JSU.
you. I can get lucky once. Give me 1 week, will you? I mean, come on.
You got to at least go 3-0 when you win before you start gloating. You got to get.
Didn't I go 3-0? Didn't we all go pretty much 3-0 last week?
You kept saying that, but there was one of us that picked a loser last week.
I know.
Me and ODB. We didn't all kind of go 3-0.
It was me.
It was a bad week for me, point being. I've been here taking my L's and he piles on me.
You had to bring it up. I had a parlay to win 25K or whatever it was, and you had to bring up my one loser. That ruined it. It would have been way better if one of you guys ruined it, because then I could have come on and yelled at you, but I can't even yell at either of you because I fucking lost it. So, yeah, that was annoying. But
it was a bad week. My team lost, and I traded for Joe Flacco. It was a tough week for me out there in the streets.
ODB, how about you? How was your week? I saw your week. Your week didn't go that well, unfortunately, because of one game.
My picks were fine. My team did good. The teams in the division lost. Everything was good except that Arizona just completely, nuked my week because I had. I invested a lot this year in Survivor, and it was mostly invested in Arizona, and this was my biggest year ever exposure-wise to Survivor. Obviously, I joined the 100K contest, first time ever, wanted to, bring that home. But, the Arizona game was just a complete debacle and just has basically had me on tilt for 5 days. So, kind of is what it is, but, there's nothing can do about it. Honestly, everybody's, seen my Twitter. If they haven't, that was a big important game to me. And it was really a tilting loss, but I'm not tilted for the same reason that most of the people are. Most of the people are just, on demarcado tilt and whatever. And yeah, that was stupid, whatever, but just bad coaching tilts me more than anything. And, you have a quarterback that's been in this league 5-6 years. You're paying him whatever, $300 million or $200 million or whatever they've given him. You invested, the number 4 pick overall in Marv Harrison. You have probably the biggest, baddest tight end in football, maybe outside of Kittle or Bowers. You could make a case, but with McBride and, the game's on the line. Basically, your season's on the line. There's 2 minutes left. You need 1 first down to beat the worst team we've seen in probably 5 years. And you run Michael Carter right up the guard's ass. You run Michael Carter right up the guard's ass, and it's 3rd and 8, and you give the ball to the guy who dropped it on the goal line, DeMarcado, to run it right up the guard's ass. And then you punt it. And in today's NFL, 2 minutes and needing a field goal, pretty much any team. I would think that every single team is probably 70 to 80% to get a field goal when they need to at the end of the game, having 4 downs. that was just the tilting part to me. And then, the Arizona media just tweeting shit about, the coach like yelling at DeMarcado. They said he hit him. I didn't even really see it. If they did, he might have love tapped him on the freaking shoulder.
Give him a little tap in the tummy, I think it was. A little tap in the tummy.
Bro. This is a 200-pound professional athlete with a 150-pound white dude from the burbs. Give me a break, dude.
It's funny. It's funny. I don't want to go too far into this, but I did see interesting differing perspectives from NFL players. I think one was Chris Long, and I think one was Des Bryant, and they were completely opposite takes. Chris Long, I expected to be one like, come on, bro, like whatever, like it's fine. And he was like, don't put your hands on a player.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's a bad thing.
I saw it. I don't know. You couldn't really see anything. The player was kind of blocked out there, but
he definitely gave him a love tap in the. I don't know if it was the chest, the stomach, but
obviously it didn't bother the coaches too much. On the most important player of your season, you ran him right up the guard's ass on 3rd and 8. It's just like, this happens all the time. Adonai Mitchell, who has more talent in his left pinky finger than DeMarcado has in his entire body, they sat him out for the next week's game after he did that. And they give DeMarcado the ball in the most important part of the game, 15 minutes removed from when he just did that. So this coaching staff is soft. This team is soft. This team is weak. This coaching staff is terrible. And that's just what tilted me. But luckily, he came back with a nice little plus 375 money bet line on the New England Patriots in the night game, and pounded that spread. That was my favorite game of the week. Gave it out here on the show. I don't normally bet a lot of these 4-1 dogs. I might say that they have a shot, but actually putting money on it, I don't really do it that often. But I really thought the Patriots were going to win that game, and then followed it up with a nice Chiefs loss on Monday night. So little double play island game smashes to finish off, the disappointing Arizona game.
Yeah. The Arizona game was definitely disappointing. So much more to talk about, but we can kind of get into that later.
I want to talk about it for ODB just for 1 second. That game, I've gambled since I was freaking in high school, sports betting. This game didn't hurt me as much because I wasn't in the Survivor, but that was the worst thing I've ever seen. You can talk about coaching that was, they were up 26-7.
It was like 21-6, I think.
Going into score, the game's over if they score there. I think he still might have scored. Like it was maybe inch towards the freaking thing, just so stupid. And then they get an interception, fumble it back, and freaking go to the. It was the worst loss. I'm pissed for you, ODB. Like that's as bad of a loss as it didn't impact me at all. And I'll just be honest about it. That's as bad of a loss as I've ever seen in my life.
I thought what was worse. I don't even the fumble. I agree with ODB. Like the fumble, was it dumb? Yes. Did it cost them the game though? Fuck no. You know what cost them the game? It did kind
of cost them the game. I agree with you guys.
It was the 4th quarter. They were up 2 scores. You know what cost them the game?
But
they're absolute they're absolute inept play calling the entire game.
If he scores, it's over though.
But it doesn't. No. But this is. I'm talking play to lose mentality. You want to watch play to lose mentality? Watch from the 2nd quarter on. Once they get like an actual watch from the 2nd quarter on, the play calling was atrocious. And that offensive coordinator came out after and said, oh, well, I could have done a better job to get Marvin Harrison more opportunity. No shit, dude. You could have done a better job to get your best offensive player or your 2nd best offensive player the ball. No kidding. After he starts off, he throws this amazing pass that Marvin Harrison between 2 defenders jumps up, catches, lands. They call it a touchdown. They bring it back to the 1. And then you don't throw it to him like the rest of the game. Absolutely insane. That they just decided to run, and not get their best players the ball.
It's not like they have Barkley or Taylor or even Connor or even Benson. Literally 2 guys that weren't on the team 1 week ago weren't on the active rosters. They didn't score. They were up 21-6 with 8 minutes left in the second quarter, and they didn't. Not only did they not score, but they really didn't try to score. And the whole thing is just stupid. I mean,
and then why ODB? I was listening, so I had that game on. I had that game on with a few other games, but I'm listening to that game because obviously once they start coming back, I'm like, oh shit! Like I go from not wanting to watch the Tennessee game and I'm on tilt because of the play calling to, oh, I want to turn it on now because this is ridiculous. And the broadcast, whoever was announcing the game was like, well, you got to run it here. Like you got to run it on third down. Yeah. He's saying it like they have to, like they have no choice. But why? If everyone knows you're going to run it, why are you running it? You have Kyler Murray, who's a mobile quarterback. At the worst case, play action, roll him out. If he doesn't have anything, just tell him to get down. Tell him to try and run. Don't go out of bounds. Like it's really simple.
You saw when you have a good coach and that has trust in his quarterback. The Patriots with 50 seconds left, they rolled Drake May out on third down and they gave him a run pass option to win the football game.
How good did Drake May look though? Not to change the subject.
No, he was great. Yeah, he was great.
He was not playing for Arizona for the record. He looked good.
He looked good. He looked good for sure. All right. Well, that's at least a bright spot is the Patriots here. You did talk up the money line. I was actually on the Showdown show with Kurt, and I talked up the money line too. The Patriots having a good chance to win. So it was definitely a good thing there.
Either. Like they went and they beat that team. I mean, that was a big boy victory.
Dude, they built that team to try and beat the Bills. With their additions to that D line, their run defense is legit, man. The kid they got from Philly, Milton, is good. Like that's a legit team right there.
I had a conversation with my buddy. We can say whatever we want on this show, right? We're not worried about being censored or anything.
Nope.
Okay, so I was texting my buddy who we talk, and he loves the narrative stuff, you know, that the Swifties and Cardi B and all that stuff. And he thought that like Diggs would be, too much into Cardi. And I said, and after the game, I texted him, I said, revenge, pussy, money. That's the order of,
Dude, did you motivation. See him like on the sidelines? Like every single play, it felt like he was giving the defense daps. He was
There's no bigger motivator than revenge.
Yeah,
and that's funny. That comes in first, and you saw that. I mean, talk about I loved it, but talk about a shallow man. You know, it's like I don't care. I'm gonna ball tonight,
bro. Whatever gets you going,
great,
ODB. I'm for whatever gets you going. Just like my boy Baker. By the way, thank you, Brandon Cox. Where's that other friggin' dude? I'm blanking on his name right now that was trying to call me out saying that I talk about every single fucking player on the slate. I talked up 3 games on the show and I was told I give out 100 plays a slate, but thank you, Brandon Cox. I did talk about them. I had them on my 3-max sheet. It was one of my 3 cores on my 3-max sheet was a game stack of the Seahawks Bucks. And that game fucking smashed. And Baker is, honestly, if I had to win one game, I think right now the quarterback I'm taking, if you made me pick a quarterback, is Baker Mayfield. The dude is just a baller and a winner. I love that guy, literally, and he talks shit to everyone, including the fans. It's my favorite part. Did you guys see the video of him talking shit to the fans before the game? And then at the end, he comes back to the fan as he's walking out the tunnel. He's pointing at him, like saying, I'm sure something very, very not pleasant to the fans. Like, you know, pretty much. He said in a press conference today, it was pretty true. He goes, early in my days, they said that behavior was immature and, not ready to lead or whatever. And now I'm a dog. He's like, same shit, different day. And it's kind of right. Like, I mean, but the thing is, he's backing it up now. He's backing it up with his play. Like if you talk shit and you lose, you're going to be same thing like with Shador. I mean, I'm not a Shador fan. I don't think he's going to be good. And I think like his whole act is tired, but
if he gets on the field and he wins and he shuts people up, then now all of a sudden he's a gamer. So, I mean, it just kind of goes both ways, go out there and do it.
Winning will change anything. Tom Brady was a massive shit talker, but no one ever said anything about it because he was Tom Brady and he won. So he backed it up. Like, winning will solve any ailments or anything that people have issues with you, and they'll turn it into something good if you're winning. And that's what Baker's understanding right now is, I just got to go out there and play good and I can do whatever the fuck I want. That's what he's doing. All right, let's get into these games here. I know ADB has a little time constraint, so we're going to get him out of here for his flight. Philly and the Giants, quick here game on Thursday. We'll have more, obviously, for the Showdown show tomorrow. But ODB, quick thoughts. In New York, 7-point spread. It's a 40.5 total here against the Eagles.
No strong take because, I mean, there's basically just choose your narrative. Is Philly broken and they all kind of hate each other and they're tired of this boring ass offense that they're running? Or is it like, okay, it's time to show people who's boss? Probably a big Saquon game, I would imagine, here, going to New York again, face his team after getting the ball 6 times in that Denver game. So, yeah, I mean, if I had to guess, I would say the Eagles, lay the smack down, but I don't know. They might just not be good. They might hate each other. I'm not really sure, but we've seen this kind of act from the Eagles before. So I tend to kind of lean towards, they'll just put it on them.
Tony, quick take here.
Yeah, the NFL's been weird this year, which always happens in the NFL. Good teams get bad teams get good. Happens every single year. I agree with a lot of what ODB just said. Do I think they're bad yet? I don't know. I don't really think they're bad, but I also have concerns. They don't look great. Their offense, I think I saw something on Twitter. There's only 4 teams that God, what was the I don't want to jack the stat up though, but basically four teams. 4 teams just haven't been good as far as when they get a lead and stuff like that. I don't remember the exact. I shouldn't even brought it up because I can't remember the exact stat. But point being, their offense has been bad, and they can't really throw the ball because Hurts has looked bad. The receivers are going to blow up soon. Like AJ Brown's a ticking time bomb. But they do kind of get a matchup here that shapes them. I mean, the Giants, rookie quarterback, short week. Giants came back to earth too last week. We all kind of fell for that on the road, even though the Saints stink. I know I fell for it. I thought the Giants would go in and handle them, and the Saints just whooped on them. We forgot so quick that 1 week before, Jackson Dart wasn't even in play. So I don't know. This isn't going to be a big game for me. Short week, in division game. I guess if I had to take it, I might still take the Eagles, but man, I don't have any sort of conviction. The under might be the play. I mean, the offense has looked bad. Yeah, give me for my official pick the Eagles, but I like the under a little bit too, just looking at it.
Yeah, so I don't want to say it's not the whole offense. What the difference is between this year and last year is very clear. It's the offensive line. They're just not creating the type of holes they were creating last year this year. And it's because of a bunch of different things. You got guys hurt, guys that are coming off of injuries that still don't feel right, like Juergens and Dickerson. And, it's a lot of that's going into this game. And in the passing offense, obviously, if you're not getting those type of big explosive running plays and making it easier, obviously it's going to hurt your passing game in general. I did think it was interesting that they dropped back to throw 40 times against the Broncos, which I actually liked the strategy of, and it was working early, and then it just kind of fell off of a cliff. But against the Giants, I expect them to actually do that again. Honestly, unless they get up early and then just keep going up, and then they just can run the clock out because the Giants have no offense. I think they're going to throw here. The Giants play a ton of man coverage. AJ Brown eats man coverage. And I talked about it last week with Rashid Shaheed and Chris Olave. And I told people, I said, this is going to be the first time all year that I play a Saints receiver, right, Tony? I faded the Saints every slate. I said no Saints. I'm not doing it. Last week was the first slate I said, give me a receiver because one of these guys is going to nuke against this man coverage that the Giants are playing right now. And A.J. Brown's probably going to nuke here. I think this is an explosive A.J. Brown spot. So I'll go Eagles as my pick. I don't know about the total yet.
We're all taking a team that's played terrible on the road on a short week in division. Like we're setting ourselves up for failure here.
Can I just be fair about this team though? They played Dallas season opener, the Chiefs at Kansas City, the Rams, the Bucks, and then the Broncos. Who's had a tougher start than that team? Honestly,
so I found the stat. So five teams have been outgained every single game. Philadelphia and Baltimore are two of them, which to start the year, if I told you that, Philadelphia, Baltimore, and then three bad teams, Cincinnati, Tennessee, Pittsburgh. Three teams in the AFC North have been outgained every game. And then the four teams that have outgained every game, Buffalo, the Rams, Green Bay, and Atlanta. Atlanta's a surprise team that's outgained every team they've played.
Yeah, that is surprising. Interesting. All right, let's keep it moving here, though. Denver in New York, the Jets in London this game. Another London game, which please, we need to stop at the London games. I hate these games. 9:30 on a Sunday is the worst time. I hate complaining about football being played, but it's just the worst time to have a game here. I despise these overseas games. But the Jets and the Broncos, two teams I am heavily invested in for my best ball. So, ODB, do the Broncos have what it takes to just dominate this Jets team?
Well, I mean, I love this Broncos team, and I think they're set up to really kind of run away with the division with the Chargers being hurt and their schedule coming up. They've got a lot of really soft games. But I am scared of this game. And, normally I think I've picked the Broncos every single week, but I think this is just a classic trap spot for the Broncos coming off of beating the Super Bowl champions in their house, then having to go across the pond. The Jets might be the worst team in the NFL, or definitely one of them. And the media is just killing the Jets. The Sean Payton talking about doing a trip around the Eagles, around Philadelphia in their bus just to show off after the game. And I've seen Bo when, he gets a little high on himself. He tends to try to do a lot and do too much. And, I don't know. This game scares me. This will be the first week all year I don't bet money on the Broncos. If I wasn't just such a homer wanting to just root for the Broncos all the time, I probably would bet the Jets. I actually kind of really like the Jets here. I think the Jets are kind of live to upset this game. And this is the sleepiest of all sleep spots, coming off of that win, going across the pond versus a team that you should just run out the gym.
Tony, ODB likes the sleeping Jets here. Are you sleeping on the Jets, or are you in on the Jets here?
Yeah, I mean, he basically said it exactly how I was going to say it. I like Denver. We've all kind of been on Denver this year. This reminds me of that spot a few weeks ago, though, before the Chargers lost a couple in a row, but where they had the sleepy spot a little bit. Man, this spot, 7.5. And I will say, so DraftKings is 7.5. Some of the sharper books like Pinnacle and stuff, 7. So you're getting a big half point on DraftKings right now. I think you take it too. You take the 7.5. I mean, everything ODB said, I'm not going to waste time because we don't have a ton of time. I totally agree exactly what he said. The risk is the Jets might be the worst team in football and the Broncos might be the best team in football or close to it. So you're really, really getting risky with that, but it's just a spot. You can't bet a team every single week. You got to pick your spots. You got to kind of hop on, hop off. This is a really tough spot, I think, for the Broncos. Could they kill them? Absolutely. The Jets suck. I also think it's like a little bit of a weird spot for the Broncos defense with Fields being able to move around. I think they're pretty good, but he's had some success at times against defenses like this. So, yeah, I'm on the Jets total. I don't have anything on the total, but Jets. I think the Jets could win too. I think it's a very, very sleepy spot.
Yeah, these London games are weird. I'm probably not betting this game. Just root on a fun game. If I had to bet, I think I'm on the opposite side of you though. The Broncos, the Jets, dude. The Cowboys have zero pass rush, and they were getting to the Jets. I mean, it just scares the crap out of me when we're talking the Broncos after what the Cowboys did to them. So, I hope you guys are right. Honestly, I hope it is a sleepy spot for the Jets and they can contend here. Let's go to the Patriots and the Saints, 3.5-point favorites. The Patriots are in New Orleans, 45.5 total. Coming off of actually both these teams coming off big wins here. Patriots a little bigger though, just talking the Bills at Buffalo, big division win. Tony, I'll throw this one to you here. Patriots coming off that big win. They get caught here?
Man, this is another spot just like the last game where Patriots are coming off the biggest win since the Brady era, like just a massive, massive victory. The Saints are at home, catching more than a field goal. The Saints actually look pretty good. Taysom back in the mix, which make all the jokes you want, but he's a pretty key piece of this offense, being able to add dimensions and stuff. So I actually think I'm on the Saints here. I can't believe I'm saying it, and it shows how this is a week-to-week thing. Last week, I never could have imagined that the Saints would look that good. This week, I'm back on them against a team that I thought looked incredible. It's just how the NFL works. It's how I've kind of adjusted my thinking over the years. I have to be on the Saints here at home, plus 3.5. Patriots, I was super impressed. I want to call him Sam Darnold. Oh, I gotta take a breather.
Close to Sam Darnold too.
I messed up my stat earlier. Now I'm calling him freaking Sam Darnold. I'm out of the flow today. I'm picking the Saints over the Patriots.
You know what? You calling him Sam Darnold means we should be on the Saints.
Oh,
that's what that's telling me.
I'm not on my game today. I can't believe it. But give me the freaking Saints. Let ODB talk about it before I say something else stupid.
I think I'm with you. I think this is a spot where they could catch the Patriots after a big win, or even just cover, plus 3.5. But yeah, I'm with you. I like the Saints here. ODB, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I agree. The NFL is definitely a spot league, and you beat the Buffalo Bills, took down the only undefeated team on national TV at night, and yeah, you got to go to New Orleans. The team's kind of fired up. Kellen Moore runs a pretty high, fast-paced offense, and I think we've seen the Patriots can move the football. So, yeah, I mean, I'd love to see Trevion get involved now that Antonio Gibson is out. Maybe finally he might be able to. They might give him some time, some work. I don't know. I kind of lean over here. I think that indoor track, these two teams might just put up some points. But I'm with you guys. I'm going to say that this is a sleepy spot for the Patriots. I mean, I would like it much better if they played like a team like the Dolphins or even other bad teams. But like going to New Orleans after that game, across the country, New Orleans at home last week, probably having a little confidence. Rattler looked pretty good. I mean, they look decent. I mean, let's not act like they – I mean, the Giants had 3 of the worst fumbles you'll ever see in your life in that game that they didn't get any of them back. One of them was returned for a touchdown. I mean, they were like Jackson Darts literally like just drops the ball. Scatterboo just drops the ball. And I don't remember who the other one was. It Slayton? Slayton just drops the ball. I mean, it was like 3 fumbles that like weren't even contact initiated. And the Saints got all of them and scored off of it. So I don't know if we were necessarily that wrong. And the Saints may still be bad, but again, NFL week-to-week league. I'm not laying these points. It's Saints or nothing for me. I lean Saints.
I like that over call. I like that. I like that.
I'm with you on the over too. But what you're telling me, ODB, is Ramondre Stevens going to have another 2 fumble game. That's what you're telling me right now, just by talking about all those fumbles.
Vrabel must think that Stevenson is the second coming of Adrian Peterson because I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean,
Nope. It's
Vrabel,
like
why don't you
Kyron
hit?
Williams.
What?
It's like
Why
Kyron
don't-
Williams. Kyron Williams can
I mean,
do no wrong.
Kyron Williams is actually pretty good. He doesn't fumble nearly like Stevenson does.
Fumbles enough in big spots, and he drops passes.
Vrabel
in big
needs to punch
spots.
that dude right in the chest.
Vrabel hates Travion.
I think it has more to do with Travion. I think he just thinks Travion's not ready. Whatever that is, it's got to be it.
I've given up on Travion. Monday night was the perfect storm for him, and he still couldn't get on the field. I've given up for now. I'm not giving up forever, but I've given up for now.
Don't give up forever because,
forever.
At some point, if Stevenson keeps fumbling, at some point, he's just got to yank his ass and pull the AD Mitchell on him and just sit his ass down for the rest of the game. But all right, let's go to I think could be a more exciting game here. We got the Cowboys in Carolina. Carolina 3-point underdogs at home to Dallas. It's a 49.5 total, as we've seen with the Cowboys. They get these big totals because their defense is bad, but Carolina's offense, man, they are very up and down, extremely shaky. I mean, Bryce Young, that was a tale of two halves with him. They end up winning that game, but they did not look good early here, Tony. I mean, what are we doing here? What are we taking away from that Carolina game, bringing it to this Dallas game? Do you trust that they can give you 3 or 4 quarters of okay offense?
I mean, that was crazy how good Rico was, too. And
Crazy.
Now they bring, I think, Chuba. I saw Chuba's back this week. I don't know if that's good or bad with how good it looked last week. That was the best Rico's ever looked. That was a crazy good game. But this guy's making fun of us. I got distracted because what are we smoking? I mean, you can't just go in and pick the freaking best team every time. That's not how betting works, Scary Creations. You gotta mix it up a little bit. It's a week to week. If you just go in and pick road favorites everywhere, you're gonna lose money. I promise you. But back to this game, we can't be going for 2 hours today. I think Dallas. We talked about it week 1, right? Who'd they lose? Who'd they lose to week 1? The Packers.
Eagles.
The Eagles. And we were like, they kind of looked pretty good. It was Dak looked good. He only had 7 points, but they just have kind of looked good. They lost CeeDee Lamb. I don't know though. They traded away Parsons. You kind of thought they were going to pack it in, but they just have responded. They've looked good to me, and I can't take Carolina over them. So this is one spot. I'm on Dallas, and I just think Dallas might be better than people think. They've looked good to me. I can't lie. I'm not like a huge fan of Dak or anything, but one guy that's just crushing too is Mary Ferguson, our boy Ferg. He just looks incredible. Another tight end that looks awesome out there. And they just got a lot of guys. Their running game is what shocked me. I mean, in the flow chart, they're one of the best rushing teams in football, which is crazy because of how bad Javonte looked in the past. JSU was 2 years early on Javonte. You needed to be on him this year.
I'm so sick about it right now. I'm just, every time I see him crush, it makes me, even though I played him last week, it still makes me sick every time I see him crush.
It's like crazy to me because Denver's one of the best rushing teams so far, where Javonte left. And Dallas is one of the best. They're like 2 of the top 5 rushing teams so far. Dallas looks good, though. Give me Dallas in this spot.
And Dallas has been without like multiple they've been dropping offensive linemen like weekly. It's like starting offensive linemen, like good players, and they're still doing it. It's wild. ODB, what do you think here? Tony's on the Cowboys.
Yeah, the Panthers are a different team home and away. Offensively, Bryce is much better at home. That being said, this Dallas team is really good at they seem to be able to take advantage of these bad defenses, and Carolina has a bad defense, and I don't think that Carolina can keep up with Dallas in this game, even though it's crazy. Like, they're running receivers out there I've never even heard of, and I know everybody. Like, I never even heard of this Flournoy guy, and I mean, I drafted tons of best ball. I know you guys did. I didn't even ever see that dude's name, like, let alone think about drafting him. I mean, no Turpin, no CD. They're not even using Jaden Blue. Miles Sanders was hurt. I mean, it's one running back, one receiver, one tight end, and some not even good offensive linemen. I mean, got to give props to Schottenheimer. I mean, he's doing the thing, and he's been great. And yeah, I love this game as far as a shootout. I think there could be some points there. Carolina is the type of team that loves to fall down 27-6 and then come back and make it a game. So yeah, I mean, I'm not going to do the old Dunkel, first half play or whatever, but yeah,
I love that we still call it the Dunkel on this show.
Shout out to Dunkel.
Baby.
We love Dunkel. Shout out to Dunkel.
Of course we do. Of course.
One of these weeks he's going to be tuning in. I'm sure he doesn't watch it off, but one week he's going to watch it and he's going to hear the shout out and he's going to love it.
I would think Dallas probably gets off to a good start. And last week was the sleepy spot for the Cowboys. I mean, the Jets got super steamed. They went from like 2.5-point dogs to favorites at kickoff. That was the spot coming off the Green Bay tie, and they took care of business there. I mean, obviously, back-to-back road games is never that great. You never feel that good about it, but Dallas seems to have their shit together. So yeah, I like the Cowboys here. Tony and I are pretty aligned so far, so maybe it could be a good week.
We've been a lot. I think we've talked too much over the years because we've been aligned a lot this year. I don't know if that's good or bad. I mean, I haven't crushed. I don't know how you've done, but we've been aligned.
Yeah.
I'm definitely with you guys on this game. I'm on the Cowboys. Dak's been the one. Like you talked about Schottenheimer. Dak's been playing the best football of his career. That's just the facts right now.
You were the one that told me about the MVP bet, right? Did you text me that?
Yeah. So this is what happened 2 weeks ago. So not this past week, but the week before, I was looking at these awards, and I know people don't like tying their money up for long periods of time. So I get some people just don't bet these awards, but some people really like them and they like long shots. I'm one of those people. There's a few people on our Discord chat that like it. So I was just talking MVP, comeback player of the year, and I said, Dak Prescott's 60-1 to win MVP. That's insane. Like, how is he 60-1 to win MVP? Aaron Rodgers has better MVP odds than him. I said, how? Like, what are we doing here? I was like, all right. And then this past week, he was still 45-1 on, I think, our partner site DraftKings. And so I bet him again. I sent it to Tony. I said, I don't know how this guy's 45-1, but it dropped. On another site, it dropped from 60-1 down to 22-1 this past week. So, I get it. Those are a little different with the awards and stuff, but still, Dak Prescott deserves to be at least near the Jared Goffs and some of these other quarterbacks, and he wasn't even close to these guys. All right. And I was just like, that's insane. So I bet it. I also bet Darren Waller for comeback player of the year 2 weeks ago. He was 40-1. Now he's 19-1. He was like 25 or 30-1 this a few days ago. So I put that one in chat too. I think that's a really good bet just with his story and everything. And literally he looks the same. He looks like Darren Waller from, before he just stopped playing football. So literally looks the exact same, and no Tyreek Hill is going to benefit him. So yeah, those were two bets that I threw out there. I don't know what the odds are now. I just know what they were a couple of days ago, and they definitely moved a decent amount. But yeah, Dak Prescott to an MVP, I think is a pretty good play here. I mean, Josh Allen's the favorite, and what the fuck has Josh Allen done this year to be the favorite? Patrick Mahomes is number two.
The Cowboys have to. The Cowboys have to make the playoffs for that to even
absolutely
be remotely in play. And
the
NFC is so
deep. It's like Joe Burrow. You remember Joe Burrow last year? He was starting to get a little steam. People were talking about it, but they still had to make the playoffs. They didn't, obviously. I feel like it's that, but I think they have a better chance than that Bengals team to make the playoffs. Like this.
I tell you, my favorite thing looking at my best ball teams is finding these teams that are not out of it and hanging in there that have CD, because
I got a ton of those teams.
When if you can get to the playoffs with CD, like him being hurt is just going to take out a lot of teams. Like he might not be nearly as owned as as
it's going to be like last year. Do you remember last year CD nuked the last couple weeks and got some teams in, but most teams had Saquon and a few other guys, so they didn't.
Yeah, having CD in the playoffs is pretty nice. I mean, I got a big bag of CD, so hoping that comes through. I mean, it's kind of like a mixed bag. I want the I kind of want him out, like, so less CD teams advance, but I kind of need him for mine. But, if you got a good team that's kind of hanging in there, you can knock out some of those other teams by him just riding the injury train for a little bit.
Yeah, it stinks that CeeDee Lamb had to miss the Jets game and now the Panthers game. That does suck because he's probably going to crush in those games. But all right, that's enough here. I think we all agree on this game. Let's go to back talking the Cardinals. Okay, let's make this one quick here, boys. Cardinals and Colts, 7-point spread. Colts favored at home, 46.5 total. ODB, this one's coming to you first.
I mean, this line, if Arizona doesn't do that, is probably like 4.5. I mean, this is a massive overreaction by the public on Arizona. That being said, give me the Colts. Fuck this team. I can't. I just can't do it. On top of the fact, I don't trust the coaches. I don't even trust them to not just be like petty idiots and be like, okay, you want to see what happens? Well, I'll show you what happens when we throw the ball. And like, and I don't even know. But Indy's clicking on all cylinders. They have everything working. They seem to be a team that likes each other, believes in Daniel Jones, believes in the coach. They're going out there. They're fighting hard. They're, Arizona, just a complete week of listening to all the haters. I have a feeling Big T is probably going to go to Arizona here. This looks like a spot where he would go to Arizona, but and I can see it. Like the narrative is there, but just give me the Colts. Fuck this team for now. I just can't. I just can't.
I will say one piece of news: Kyler Murray didn't practice today. He's got a foot issue, and they said he will see how it feels and see what happens later on this week. So nothing, official with him. But Tony,
yeah, maybe that's why the line moved. But
I mean, who was the backup? Jacoby? He came in, right? Was it Jacoby?
Yeah.
So ODB, usually maybe, but Arizona, I hate Arizona. And after they squashed that game, and Indy, I'm still not like a full believer in this team. I'll be honest. They just have looked really good, though. They've beat me all year. Jonathan Taylor looks like a beast. I'm still not fully convinced on the Colts, but I hate Arizona. I have to take the Colts. I just can't click the Arizona button after how last week went. It's not going to be – I do agree that I think this line's a little overinflated. I mean, how could it not be? The Colts look great. The Cardinals blew that game. Kyler's hurt. It has to be overinflated. I think the line should be what it is. It's not going to be one of my bigger plays, but I'm on the Colts.
I'm on the Colts. I think that Arizona could come out throwing a lot more if Kyler's healthy. I think their game plan could change from, what they showed last week to this week. Probably try and get Marvin Harrison the football, but from the game perspective, I will take the Colts here. Don't trust the Cardinals. Let's keep moving. LA Chargers and the Miami Dolphins. Boy, Tony, 4.5-point spread, 44.5 total. Your Chargers have just fallen off a cliff, my friend. I mean, they start off hot. They're slinging the rock. Justin Herbert, he's got the girl. He looks good. He's throwing these crazy passes. Everybody looks good in the offense. Then just offensive lineman down, another offensive lineman down. Oh, one running back. Oh, another running back. And in this time, they changed from throwing the rock in the last couple games to actually running the rock a lot more, kind of changing it up here. What are we doing with this Chargers team? I mean, 4.5-point favorites on the road in Miami.
Yeah, it's tough. They just have so many injuries, and we can talk all we want about how good a team's been, how bad, but eventually teams like Baltimore, I wasn't a Baltimore fan. I'm not going to victory lap it either because they've had so many injuries. I mean, when your whole team's injured, there's only so much you can do. I'll still trash talk Baltimore people, but deep down, I know that it's because they got literally 12 guys out injured. And the Chargers are the same way. They just have so many guys out. Now Hampton's out too. I mean, all of a sudden, look at their running backs they're going to play this week. It's terrible. That being said, they're still Miami. I'm definitely not a believer in Miami. It's hard for me too when we do these because, like, on DraftKings, I always look at where the lines are everywhere. And, like, you're getting a bad price on the Chargers right now. It's basically 4 everywhere. You're giving 4.5. The total's 44.5. It's 43 most places. So you're getting a couple bad prices here. But I have to take the Chargers still. I just think they're the better team. I think Harbaugh's going to find a way to get things righted. And honestly, I think it's shifted a little bit. The Chargers have been so bad the last couple weeks. The Dolphins have actually looked pretty good. I think people will like Miami here. I think it kind of resets to the norm here a little bit, and the Chargers go in. I think they might blow them out a little bit too. I kind of like this game more than I should. Give me the Chargers and the under.
Chargers in the under. ODB, what do you think?
I mean, Tony and I just dancing together this week. I kind of agree. I've been kind of fading the Chargers the last few weeks. I had the Giants. I had Washington. I think losing Alt was massive after losing Slater. I mean, that offensive line is depleted. Obviously, losing Hampton hurts. But let's just take a look at what's on the other side of the football. I mean, you have this Miami Dolphins team that gave up 27 points to Bryce Young and the Carolina Panthers. Team that, basically the only good game, they kind of hung in there with Buffalo a little bit, but their only decent game was against the Jets. I think if they beat Carolina and then they have a 2-game winning streak, they're playing for the coach. I don't really think they like their coach, and I think they needed to win that game. I think this is kind of Cancun season for Miami. The offensive line is beat up for the Chargers, but does Miami have guys who can exploit that? You still have Justin Herbert and Harbaugh throwing the ball to Ladd McConkey, Quentin Johnson, Keenan Allen. I think they can get enough, and I don't really think Miami has the weapons. I don't want to like the Chargers here, but I think I do. I think, like Tony said, I mean, I feel like I'm supposed to like the Dolphins, but I kind of irrationally like the Chargers, which is kind of weird.
Yeah, I think I'm on the other side, but I do like the under. I think this is an under game. I think the issues with the Chargers offense are going to show. Now, maybe they change up their game plan again and they just start throwing a shit ton, which is probably what they should do, considering that they have Justin Herbert and a bunch of really good pass catchers. But maybe the offensive line is it's too broken up to be able to get those big plays down the field. I think the under is the play in this game, but I'll take the points with the Dolphins. I think they can keep it close. They've been better than I thought they would be this year. Even without Tyreek Hill, they were still able to move the ball some. And I'll take the Dolphins here. Let's go to other teams. Cleveland and Pittsburgh here. Division game here. 5.5 point spread. Cleveland are the underdogs in Pittsburgh. It's a 37.5 total. An absolute ugly game this could be right here. Cleveland did trade Joe Flacco, obviously, because they're starting Dylan Gabriel. Dylan Gabriel lost his first time out, but they did everything they could to make it almost a respectable loss. They dinked and dunked a ton. He was throwing a lot of short passes, just getting the ball out quick. And now they get the Steelers in Pittsburgh. I mean, what are we doing here? It's that 5.5 point spread, Tony. You always talk about it, that tricky spread.
I like it more when it's at home, though, for sure. Like if it was flipped. But still, I'm just not a fan of Pittsburgh at all. I actually think, based on expectations, Cleveland surprised me as much as anyone this year. They just have played good. I had zero expectation for them. Their defensive line and offensive line, for that matter, has been solid. Judkins is running the ball nice. I'm just not a believer in Pittsburgh at all. I know they were they off, or did they play their early game last week? Were they off?
They played the they were off.
They were off, right? So they've had longer time conference game, but I still am taking Cleveland. I can't help it. I'm more impressed with Cleveland than Pittsburgh. I think their defense is better. Pittsburgh's defense has been horrible. So I'll take the better defense and the points, and I think Cleveland actually could win this game. I think Cleveland is, dare I say, a little bit underrated. I think I've been pretty impressed with them. And they believe in the young guys enough to just get rid of Flacco, which, granted, that's probably a smart thing. Just let these young guys play. Dump them off on my friggin' Bengals. But I got Cleveland here. I don't like Pittsburgh. I'm not a fan. This division's wide open. It's crazy how wide open it is because it looked like a great division coming into the year. Now you got all these injuries. He's not low-key a beast. He is a beast. There's no low-key about it. He's good, and they're good up front. So give me Cleveland and give me the money line. I want money line Cleveland.
I mean, you don't even know, Wes. I mean, I texted him, right when it happened. He was so pumped. I could feel the excitement just from texting. I didn't even have to call him. I could just feel it from his text. I knew he was pumped up about old Joe coming down to Cincinnati. But
good news is he can't be worse than Jake Browning. That's the good news. Browning is so terrible.
We'll see. We'll see about that one. ODB, what do you think here with the Browns? You think they can be sneaky and maybe upset the Steelers?
I think this line is a little inflated just because of the rest advantage. I mean, Cleveland coming back from Europe and Pittsburgh having the week off. I think this line should be 4, 3.5 or 4. I think this line is just a little inflated. Being said, I've been absolutely horrific with the Steelers. I've had strong opinions on every Steeler game, and I've been wrong on every Steeler game. So if you just take the Steelers out of my account, then I would be probably crushing this year. I lean the Browns. I don't believe in the Steelers team, and this seems like a lot of points in a low-scoring, tough division game. Funny enough that you mentioned Judkins. He was the first running back I put in my lineup. I always just put something in first thing just to reserve it and make sure I don't forget. And just kind of my initial thought. And he was like the first dude I put in because I know Pittsburgh's defense has not been very good. I mean, they were pretty good against Minnesota for the first half, but I mean, that wasn't even a real offensive line that they have there in Minnesota. So, I think the Browns are very live here. I'll take the Browns in this low-scoring, disgusting football game.
Yeah, I agree with you on the points. I'll take them as well. Let's keep it moving. That's a gross game. Let's go to the Rams and the Ravens. Well, this could be equally gross. We'll see here. I don't know the status on Lamar Jackson, but it's a 7.5-point spread. Baltimore.
I think you know the status.
Well, we don't know officially the status, but we can read between these lines and say that the status is not good for Lamar Jackson. Thank you, Tony. It's a 44.5 total. I mean, the Ravens defense, just do what you want. You want to run, you want to pass. CJ Stroud in that offense, who had been struggling pretty much all year, did whatever they friggin' want. Xavier Hutchinson had 2 touchdowns. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Nick Chubb scored. And not a 1-yarder either. He scored a touchdown. So, I mean, I don't know how you don't take the Rams in this spot, but I thought they were a good pick last time out, and they did not win for me. So I'm on the Rams again. Please don't disappoint me. ODB, what do you like?
I mean, I would have hated to been in that practice for the last 10 days with the Rams. I mean, this is a get right spot for sure. This Ravens team, I mean, as currently constructed, maybe the worst team in the NFL. I mean, they not only are they terrible, but no heart whatsoever. I mean, you allowed Houston and Xavier Hutchinson and Kirk and CJ and Nick Chubb, I mean, just to ram it right down your throats at home. I mean, zero pride whatsoever in this group right now. I mean, I think the Rams just open it up, do what they want. The Ravens have not gotten a stop all year. And this is, I mean, if the Rams would have just gone in and won that game against San Francisco, maybe they kind of sleep into this game, but no fucking way now. The Rams are going to go out there Devontae going to have a huge game. Love Devontae on the outside. And it's stat padding season for the Rams here. I think they put up 40 and just run them out of the gym.
Tony, what do you think?
So a few weeks ago, we gave away Baltimore as like our lock of the. We all just loved it so much, and I don't know how this game isn't even more of a lock. I mean, the Rams, how in the world are we not just shoving? What do we do, LDB, that late? We shoved them in, and then we lost, but we're shoving them back in. It's a new day. How in the world do they not blow this team out? When we get to the picks this is like we put it above all our picks, the Rams, because, oh my, how are they not going to win this game by like 30? They're going to pound this team. I don't even need to talk about it more. The Ravens defense is a sieve. The Rams are awesome. And on extra rest on top of it, we're getting our money back from the last lock of the century.
I would like that very much. All right.
It almost looks too easy. Like, I'm scared of how easy it looks. It looks so easy.
It does feel that way, but all right. Seattle and Jacksonville here. Two teams, one coming off a tough loss at home to Tampa and Seattle, and then Jacksonville coming off a big win against the Kansas City Chiefs here. 1.5-point favorites at home, 47.5 total. Man, the Jacksonville defense is legit. Seattle's defense is solid too. Tampa's offense is just really good. Baker's really good, but man, this Jacksonville defense, I do like them a good amount here. It's a 47.5 total though, which kind of feels high to me. So the first thing I'm thinking is the under here at 47.5. Maybe one of you guys can lean me one way or the other in this game. I think I'm leaning Jacksonville, but ODB maybe can sway me the other way.
Well, I mean, we need to get a defensive injury report back from Seattle. I mean, those receivers for Tampa were running in the park. I mean, there was so much room. Baker was great, but I mean, anybody could have hit these guys. They were so open, and it's not even like they have their good receivers. Like, they don't even have Evans. Godwin still looks like he's, on one leg out there. That being said, Jacksonville coming off of, a franchise-defining win on Monday night, beating the Chiefs. Now they have Seattle coming in after a loss. I normally don't like these West Coast teams flying all the way across. I mean, this is as far a journey as you could have. But if Seattle gets their defensive backs back, I really think Seattle is probably a pretty good play here. Jacksonville's win masked a lot of things that they did very poorly. There were a lot of bad decisions by Trevor, just some stupid plays, some coaching I really didn't like. The receivers, they just don't look totally in sync to me. I think just the actual win is masking some fatal flaws with this Jacksonville team. And if Seattle's defense is healthy and back to the Seattle defense that we saw the first 4 weeks, I'm going to like the Seahawks here, even though it doesn't line up as the best spot going west to east.
Yeah, I think I'm with you there. Seattle is very different. First of all, very different offense than like the Tampa offense, like the Tampa Bay, offense just throwing the ball downfield. Jacksonville does not just rip the ball downfield. Trevor Lawrence is not like a gunslinger like Baker Mayfield. It's just a very different style of offense. So I think it actually plays into Seattle, even if their corners are a little banged up still. I think it plays into that a little bit. So I'm starting to lean Seattle a little bit. Tony, which side are you on?
Yeah, Jacksonville, it does feel like me and ODB are just speaking out of the same mouth today, but I actually wasn't that impressed with them. I know they beat the Chiefs. Trevor Lawrence just looks bad to me. I know he looked good that game, so it's just pure eyeball test. Like, I didn't feel like he was as good as the numbers said he was. He made the right play, and he did run. And it was funny because last week on one of the shows, I was talking about how Trevor Lawrence used to be a runner. Like in college, he would run good. When he first got to the Jags, he would run good. And I thought he was missing that in his offense a little bit. And then Monday night he did. What did he run in 2 or even 3? I can't remember. But he ran a ton. But his passing I'm just not convinced. The line makes me think even more so that Seattle's the play. I thought the Jags would be like 3 here, 3.5 maybe even. To see it only at 1.5 makes me even more convinced that the Seahawks. And I still think the Seahawks are a good team. I just am convinced they're good. So this game, I feel pretty strong about it too. I like the Seahawks. And like we always talk about, you can lay 112 in juice. And granted, it did fall 1 the 1 week. So maybe you would have saved money. But I'll just take the plus 100 with Seattle and not lay the 12 cents juice.
Yeah, I actually gave out the Trevor Lawrence rushing prop on whatever show I did on Monday. It wasn't with you, but I was talking it up just with the way the Chiefs play with the 2 deep. They play like the second most 2 deep of any team. It was like the nut spot for Trevor Lawrence with that offensive line to run because he doesn't throw deep. I keep saying this, but like Jacksonville doesn't. They're like 25th in deep throws. They don't throw the ball down the field as much as other teams. So. He should run more. Makes sense. But all right, let's go to the Titans and Raiders first 4:00 game here on the slate. 4.5 point spread. It's a 41.5 total. And man, Tennessee was bad for a lot of that game, but the Raiders were just getting pounded all game by the Colts. And I know it's the Colts. It's not the Cardinals, a different team. Colts have been much better, but it was so bad that Pete Carroll said he was kind of going back and forth on whether to throw Kenny Pickett in there at some point. Like it was that bad. So, I mean, Tony, what does that tell you when the coach is, it's week 6 and the coach is already thinking like, hey, we might have to play Kenny Pickett.
And it was bad. I started to like the Raiders. That was one of the things I was definitely wrong on last week. I started to like the Raiders. I started to like Geno even a little bit for the week. More, I didn't like it all week. And then for whatever reason on Sunday, even after the Wood show, I started to just like it more than I should have. I think I fell in love with the game. And he was beyond bad. He was so bad. And now I get a nightmare spot for me because I still think Tennessee's horrible. And they're coming off a win, and they're playing a team that I have so little confidence in right now that this is it's going to be one of my least favorite games of the week, 100%. I don't really even know what side I want to go with.
Take the Titans. I want to hear you say it.
I gave my speech that I can't take the Titans the rest of the year, and they won. So I'm still going to take the Raiders. But if I had to rank all my games this week, this would be the least. Like how you rank them, like 1 to 14 or whatever. This would be the bottom on the totem pole. So
the confidence ranking. This is the bottom.
I hate
confidence.
This game. I will not watch this game. I will not talk about this game. I will not bet this game, but I'll pick the Raiders.
After you making me swear off Calvin Ridley, and the man comes in and says, "Hold my junk for a second."
I love that you're acting like
unreal.
You knew.
Unreal. 131 yards. I think that was it 3rd or 4th overall on the entire slate? I don't know. ODB, what do we think here? Titans with the points, or are you taking the Raiders here?
If this just doesn't tell you how bad that Cardinals loss is, they're getting 4.5 against the Raiders, who have arguably looked as bad as anybody this year. Geno's probably been the worst quarterback in the NFL so far. That being said, this Titans team is terrible. The Cardinals loss, it was all about the Cardinals bullshit. I'm just going to have to take the Raiders here. This Titans team is bad, and hopefully this desperate team finds a way. Do you think I kind of think there could be some points in this game. Genti's been pretty good. I mean, he looks pretty good out there. And we kind of saw that obviously the Cardinals had a run first game plan versus the Titans. So with Geno as bad as he has been, maybe that's, the Raiders game plan too. Maybe Genti could smash. I could definitely see that. And he's not dropping the ball before he gets to the goal line. That's for sure. So I'll probably take the Raiders, but yeah, I mean, it's hard to really have any conviction when you have two terrible teams and the golden rule, don't lay points with bad teams. So, but yeah, I think I'm going to lay points with a bad team.
Yeah. I mean, the thing with Genti is I wish they would just give him more routes in the receiving game. I mean, he got 7 targets, 5 receptions.
He did early. In that game, they were using him.
Yeah, it might have been some blowout, might have had something to do with that too. I'm with you. I like him. It's annoying they lost Colton Miller, which was their only good offensive lineman. He actually graded out to as one of the better offensive linemen too, overall. And he's their only good offensive lineman. And they lost him. I think it was they didn't lose him for last week's game. They lost him the week before. And I said it this is going to hurt losing their best offensive lineman. I think it's going to keep showing if they don't have him because the rest of the offensive line is just not good. And obviously Geno's not playing good, which is bad for everyone involved when those two things aren't happening. But I'm taking the points. There's just no way I can take 4.5-point favorite Raiders here. So, all right, let's go to Tony's Bengals here. And I don't know what's going on the screen, but we got the Bengals and the Packers in Green Bay, which ironically, Green Bay lost to the Cleveland Browns. Tony, who was the quarterback when they lost to the Cleveland Browns? Do you know his name?
I tweeted it because I said, can Joe Flacco go 2-0 versus Green Bay this year? And then I saw the next tweet I saw was him flying coach to come to Cincinnati. And I immediately said, well, I guess he's not coming to save the day. He's back in the back of the plane next to some old lady wearing Reds gear. It's
really.
Talk about
that's crazy.
You got Green Bay on extra rest. I mean, again, I'm gonna have to listen to JSU next week say how this is the worst loss in Bengals history. This. I mean, I could take the Bengals. The Bengals could be getting 28 in this game, and I wouldn't take them.
Joe Flacco with this offensive line is going to be. I mean, it's going to be borderline
it's the worst
comical.
Possible spot. I honestly think they should have just saved Joe for one more week and just don't let him get hurt week 1.
Well, is he for sure? He's not for
He's
sure.
Starting. They came out and said it. I saw it. I heard it on the radio, or I saw it. He's going to
really.
Yeah.
Put the lines up. We don't care about this first touchdown bullshit.
I don't know what happened, ODB. I don't know why.
It's a weekly thing. It always does this to you at some point.
No, it's only these later games. Look, these other games. I'll show you. It's weird. It stops after.
Just give it a refresh. It'll pop up.
Okay.
So I can see that 17-point spread pop up for the Bengals.
It's 14, but that's okay. All right, here it is. 14.
I mean, that's just free money.
44.5.
You just lay the 14 and go collect your money.
There you go. All right, ODB, free money.
No, I mean,
don't you dare take the Bengals after we've been in unison all week.
Give me the over. Hey, Cincinnati's defense can't stop anybody. Joe Flacco is going to wing it. And, he's actually got receivers that can catch the football. So, he'll either throw interceptions or touchdowns. So I'll take the over. If I have to choose, I mean, I would choose. I'm not laying 14 with the Packers. I just don't believe in the Packers the way other people do. And I mean, if I took the Bengals last week against the Lions, who I think are markedly better than the Packers, I just have to take the Bengals here. But
they're at home though; it's a whole different. And
what does it matter? What does home road matter when it's the Cincinnati Bengals?
They were at home and they only started scoring points once Terry and Arnold, their best corner for the Lions.
I mean, Cincinnati is awful. I mean, for sure, but I don't know. I would take the over if anything for this game.
You can't break our chemistry of the whole show by taking my friggin' Bengals.
I don't take the Packers. I'm not. Packers and Chiefs. Packers and Chiefs. I just don't take them.
All right, B-Nair, you don't have to worry anymore. All worries are over. They have broken up. It's gone.
I can't believe this is the game that broke our chemistry of all games.
It's not even. I just don't have an opinion. It's 14.
No, you have an opinion. You're taking the points with the Bengals.
They're going to pound that team.
I love it. All right, 49ers and Bucks here. Bucks 3-point favorites at home against the San Francisco 49ers, both of them coming off pretty impressive wins. I mean, the San Francisco win was definitely the most impressive just because Kyle Shanahan did it with, I mean, he had fucking glue and fucking just putting shit together. And I don't know how he figured out a game plan for that, but he did, and it worked. And yeah, I mean, Kendrick Bourne had like 500 yards receiving. That's
what's the injury report look like for San Francisco this week? What are we getting?
So I think it looks like we're getting Jennings and Pearsall possibly back. I don't know about Kittle. Kittle might be another week out, but it looks like we're getting at least some of these receivers back.
Who's the quarterback? Brock?
No, I think it's going to be Mac, right?
I haven't dug into this.
I can't imagine they're sitting Mac down with as good as he's looked.
Yeah, I think it's going to be Mac. Brock re-injured, like he's got a turf toe and he's got a shoulder. And yeah, I know Mac was like gimping a little bit, but that was an injury that Mac Jones came into the game actually with, and he like re-aggravated it during the game. And so that's why you saw him like at points kind of limping, and then at points like he was fine. Like, so yeah, ODB, you're right. He could go out there and he could like re-injure himself, obviously, but I think it's going to be Mac.
Okay. I mean, from other than, I mean, I have like a few teams that I've just gotten destroyed on this year. Steelers and Vikings, and Bucks have been another one. I've been absolutely awful with the Bucks. You know, I have the lead with 2 minutes to play every single week, and the Bucks just shove it right up my ass. I don't know. To me, the Bucks were really impressive in that game. The offense was humming. It doesn't really matter, like the injuries. San Francisco was impressive, but I thought it was a different kind of impressive. I just thought it was like just gut it out, find ways, duct tape type of game. I thought the Bucks were actually played impressive football. So coming back home, and granted, there's a strong rest advantage for the Niners, but yeah, I mean, they're still banged up and they're still on the road, and having to go to Tampa. I like the Bucks here. I just have to. I gotta just believe that if I got a choice between Baker Mayfield or Mac Jones, who's gonna get the job done, I'm just gonna take Baker here. And I mean, I love Stafford, I love the Rams, but it's just that matchup was less about the players and more about the coaches to me. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, obviously we're getting a way worse coach in Tampa, but I don't know. Tampa's just going to find a way to get it done again, and Baker's going to get the job done again. I think I like the Bucks here. I think I like them pretty decently too.
Tony, ODB likes the Bucks. What about you?
I mean, ODB broke all our momentum with the last game. Now we're going to unravel the Niners, baby. How could I not take the Niners? The Niners look amazing last week. McCaffrey looks awesome. Shanahan, I'm back to like hypnotized by the Niners. They've always been my team in the NFC. I just love Shanahan. I love him too much. He's just too good of a coach. He impressed me taking down our Rams last week. I just think they look great, and Tampa Bay gets lucky every week. You guys can love this team. I'm taking my Niners, baby. Give me my Niners. I'm happy I get points. I don't need the points. I'll give them to the next guy, but it is what it is. I can't believe all our momentum got. We were on a roll. The
best bet in this game. Well, first of all, I'm taking Tampa. Obviously.
If you say like first quarter over, or
the best bet is the over 47.5 in this game. This game is going to nuke. 49ers are going to get back some of their weapons. The Tampa Bay offense is cooking, and Matthew Stafford ripped this team apart through the air. If you watch the 49ers Rams game, at a certain point in that game, the Rams, McVay and Stafford said, we're going to just not run the football. And we're just going to throw every single play for like 20 plays straight, it felt like. And Matthew Stafford was just ripping them up. Chunk gains down the field with Puka and all these guys. I think Tampa Bay is going to watch that and do something very similar with their offense and Baker Mayfield. So, I love the over here. I think it smashes. I'm on the Bucks too, but great game to target. And I think we see some good offense be played here with the Bucks and the 49ers. All right, let's go to, I would assume it's the game of the week, right? Detroit going into Kansas City here. Pat Mahomes, a favorite here in these spots. The last few times with the Eagles and the Ravens, they were dogs, but he is a home favorite again, -2.5. Lions, 52.5 is the total here. Lions offense has been just an absolute juggernaut. Kansas City's offense has been starting to look a lot better recently. They still are without Rashid Rice, I think, one more week. So this should be the last week he's suspended, and then he should be back probably for next week.
One of my favorite parts of the Print Factory is when you call him Rashid Rice. It makes me smile every week. I hope you never stop.
That's his name.
It makes me happy every time. So
it's his name. I won't change someone's name. If they don't like it, they can come talk to me. I don't know if Rashid watches this program, but if he does, or if a relative does, and he wants to reach out to me and say, hey, get my fucking name right, I'll think about it.
I bet he'd like it too. He'd probably be happy as well.
Dude, it sounds way better. All right, Rashid, if you're watching, it sounds way better. I'm just going to throw that out there. But I like the Lions here. I am never again making a huge stand against the Kansas City Chiefs because they always own me. But I am going to back this Lions team here, at least in the regular season. They're a team I like as dogs, and I'm going to stick with that. So give me the Lions. And, I mean, we probably see points in this game again too. But, ODB, what do you think?
Well, obviously we're all Chiefs haters, but the Chiefs actually kind of impressed me Monday night. I thought they looked pretty good. That being said, this line says that these two teams are equal, or that
the Chiefs against the Lions. I'll fall out of this chair.
I was gonna say, I thought he was going that way.
Come on, bro. This line basically says that the Chiefs on neutral are half point or equal to the Lions. Come on, have you guys watched? Like, this scares me. Like, if the Chiefs were -1 or even, or Detroit -1, I would absolutely pile on the Lions. But what is going on? How are the Chiefs 2.5 point favorites? This line makes no sense. The Lions, where are the Chiefs better than the Lions? There's not a position on the field.
Maybe they might be better at quarterback.
No, come on.
Even though I'm a Chiefs hater.
You guys must have not watched Ref Mahomes run down the field and yell at the refs to pick the flag up. You didn't see that. You must have missed that play.
I did see that. I also saw, I was at this game 3 years ago when the Lions were an ascending team and the Chiefs were the best team in football, actually were the best team in the football then. And the Lions went in there and won that football game. This Lions team is not afraid. Yes, the Ravens have fallen apart, but they went in there and they might have been the team to break the Ravens, honestly. They just went in there and they never stopped. I trust this coaching staff. I trust the Lions. I trust Goff. I trust the playmakers. I mean, we're talking about Amon-Ra, Jameson, Laporta, Gibbs, Montgomery, Goff, and the weapons on the other side are Worthy and what? Hollywood Brown, Juju Smith-Schuster, washed up Travis Kelce, Kareem Hunt. I mean, come on. What are we doing? This is Lions. Yeah, this line makes no sense at all. And I hope I'm not too buried going into Sunday night, because if I do, it's going to be try to get it all back on the Lions situation. And that's where you end up really in trouble. So, yeah, hopefully we're just pressing on the Lions Sunday night. and hitting them for a big number this week.
Tony, anything else to add here?
I mean, I think there's 2 games this week that none of us are allowed to pick in the post game.
Don't you say shove against the Chiefs. I don't want to hear you say the all-in thing.
I'm not going to say it because I know we're going to lose anyway.
It.
The Chiefs always beat us. They'll somehow freaking win this. But
yeah,
I mean, the Lions to me clearly look like the best team in football. Like they just look really good. They're just so deep. They have so many good players. We don't like the Chiefs. I mean, it's an obvious spot. I'm sure we'll lose. I don't know. I mean, maybe the guy will get tackled again on a slant pattern, no call for an interception, and then they can go the other way. That stuff happens every week. That could probably happen again. Amon-Ra coming across the middle, they'll just tackle him and get an interception with no call. That could happen, but I'm taking the Lions, and I agree with ODB. I hope I'm winning going into the game so I can free roll it rather than be stuck and try to get even with it.
I can just see myself on stone tilt watching this game on Sunday night. I could just
know they're going to beat us. I don't know how they're going to beat us, but they're just going to beat us. You can see it coming.
I will say one note for this game here. I tweeted this about last week with David Montgomery and his return, his hometown last week, and his sister watching him. And Dan Campbell knows all this shit. It was the first time all year that David Montgomery actually out-snapped and out-touched Jahmyr Gibbs. It's the first time all year. 54% of the snaps. He had like 54% of the rush share, which has not happened yet this year. Jahmyr Gibbs is usually like 60, 65% to David Montgomery's like 33 to like 38, 40% max. That was planned. That was planned. They knew they were facing the Chiefs. They ruled out one of their good offensive linemen in Decker. I think he'll be back for this game. I think this was all planned. Gibbs knew it for this game. Jahmyr Gibbs is going to play a lot in this game, a lot more than you saw last week, and he's probably going to nuke against the Chiefs. So just something I wanted to throw out there.
I played Montgomery last week. I thought the same thing, and this just tells you why these players love Dan Campbell.
Correct.
Yep. I mean, that right there, it's like, you know what? This is your game, Monty. Like, we love you. You're our dude. Like,
dude, that play where he gave him the throwing touchdown, that was sick, bro. And he was a quarterback back there.
It's all just the difference between these nerds like Gannon and these ball players like Campbell. I mean,
yep.
It's just Gannon turtling up and giving Kyler no confidence, and Dan Campbell being like, you know what, Monty, we know Gibbs is the best player. You know Gibbs is the best player, but this one's for you, buddy. This one's for you. Thanks for being part of our team and doing what is asked of you every week. And I love it. That's why I like rooting for the Lions. Like, just such an easy team to root for.
Yeah. So my point was, though, like, don't be fooled by the numbers from last week to this week. That was all planned. They were facing the Bengals. That now they're facing the Chiefs. You're going to see Gibbs go back to his normal role, out touching him a good amount. All right. 2 Monday games real quick, guys, because I know ODB's got to get out of here. Bills at the Atlanta Falcons here. Bills coming off a tough loss. It's a 4.5-point spread. It's a 49.5 total here. I mean, are we on the Bills after that tough loss at home, ODB?
Yeah, these are some good games. I don't have a strong take yet, but my inclination would be Bills. Yeah, I mean, that the spot last week was just bad for them, but Atlanta, I don't really fully believe in Atlanta, and I think losses like that sometimes wake up teams like this.
Yeah, I'm Bills here. Bills come out and roar. Put it on Atlanta. Tony, what do you think?
Yeah, first of all, these Monday games are awesome. We got 2 50-point totals, 2 somewhat close spreads, and some good offenses, some stud players. The last couple Monday slates, we've had some greaseball games. These are 2 real games, so I'm excited about it. If the Bills had won on this game, I would like Atlanta more. I still kind of think Atlanta might be underrated. I can't remember if it was before the show or on the show when I was talking about how Atlanta is one of the few teams that's outgained their opponent every game. I don't know. I don't have a strong take on this game either, but I think I'm going to actually I'll take the Bills. I feel like I should pick Atlanta though. Like everything's telling me to pick Atlanta. I just feel like Atlanta always lets me down in this spot though. Like it's a big spot, and I do agree. Penix is buns, like CW89 says. I don't love Penix. It feels like a good Atlanta spot, but can Buffalo really going to lose 2 in a row? I don't know. I don't see them losing 2 in a row. So give me Buffalo, but not a ton of conviction here.
Big P. All right. Big P, stay with you here.
Every time
Chicago.
you say Big P and the chat says Big P, I think of the different Big P, just for the record. Not how you guys are directing it.
Yeah. Bears and Washington here. Washington at home, 4.5-point favorites, 49. It's literally identical game here, except for the home team is the favorite team in this spot against the Bears. Tony, just quick thoughts here. Because we got a
Mary game from last year, right? Kind of swung the momentum for both teams a little bit. I actually like the Bears in this spot. I think it's going to be a lot of points. I think it's going to be high scoring. I just like offense in this game. The total is going to be one of my favorites of the week. I think we see a bunch of points, high tempo. Both teams want to play fast. I like it. And give me the Bears. I think the Bears could win this game or keep it close, similar to last year where it came down to a Hail Mary.
Yeah, ODB.
No strong take. I like both these teams in general. And yeah, I mean, I'd take Washington if I have to choose a team right now, but I don't know. I'm going to leave my options open on this one. I don't have a call yet.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Bears in the over. I think we see points in this game. I like the over. All right, that is every game on the slate. Don't forget, guys, to give us your 3 winners in the comment section under this YouTube video. Just drop your 3 favorite bets. We, again, did not get 3 for 3, a perfect score in the comment section last week. Let's try and run it back here. Give your 3 favorite bets on this NFL betting card for the week 6, and drop them in the comment section. If you win, if you go 3 for 3, we'll pick one of you or whoever is the one to get some gear, some Rump Your Sports gear, courtesy of us here. And don't forget, hit the like button on the video if you enjoy this video every week. It is for free, so please hit that thumbs up and check us out over at rumpyoursports.com if you want more content. All right, let's go quickly around the horn here. ODB, you start as you're on the bottom of my screen.
All right. Before I give the picks, Gamble Up Pod just came out. I'll retweet it soon, but recorded that last night. So if you want some more Arizona tilt and just some of my thoughts on some teams, go ahead and listen to that. Please like, subscribe. Anyway, just a quick plug there. I'm going to start with the Lions. I mean, we're not taking it off the board.
These are the 2 we're giving for everybody.
No, we're not. JSU said we're not.
No.
We're
He
not
can
giving
take the Lions.
Oh my God.
Taking the Lions. And yeah, we're taking the Lions.
It didn't work the last time, Tony. We're not doing it again. We're not taking
it. ODB always gets to pick first then.
Because you're in the middle, he's down low, and I'm at
unbelievable.
Up top.
You guys just ruined all our mojo again. We were gonna get our money back.
You know what? You would have been mad because I'm either going from the bottom up or I'm going from the top up. So no matter what, you would be second because you're in the middle. That's
I think we should. Next week we're changing it. Whoever has the best record gets to start next week. All right.
I like that.
Right.
I like the
That's
T box.
fair.
You get the T box. I like that.
That's fair. Even though I had the best record this week, so this is
yeah. Well, I
bullshit
already took the Lions, so too late.
All right, Tony, go.
Fine then. I'll just pick the Rams since we're not doing group picks. I'll pick the Rams -7.5.
Pick the Rams -7.5. I'll show you guys.
I was planning on giving everyone 5 winners, 2 group picks, and we picked 3, but we'll take the 2 free squares.
Still, I'm taking the over in the Tampa Bay game here, and I am taking the Buffalo Bills.
What's the total in the Tampa?
47.5 right here.
You're taking them, and who's your second one?
The Buffalo Bills -4.5.
Bills -4.5. Okay. So I took the Rams -7.5 and Seattle +100 money line.
Seattle money line. I like it. ODB, 2 picks from you.
I'll take the over in the Dallas Carolina football game.
Okay, 49.5 over.
And man, I did not like this slate. Let me just have let's double dip it. Let's take the Cowboys. Let's lay the 3.
The boys.
Let's
All
lay
right.
the 3.
I like it. Tony.
Give me for my total either the Green Bay over or the Saints over. Give me the Saints over. I like that. I like that call. Saints over 45.5, was it?
Saints Patriots over 45.
Yeah, I like that. Let's go with that.
Okay, and then I will go with for my last one. Ooh, I got 2. I'm going back and forth one. Which one should I give? What do you think, Tony? Should I go with the Thursday night one, start us off with a banger, or should I go with Sundays?
I don't know. I don't want you getting the T-box next week.
Starting us off with the banger. I'm going with the Eagles -7.
All right, boys. I'm off to Auburn, Alabama. Go watch my boys, Auburn and Georgia.
What's that number? What number is it?
3.5. Night game.
It's only 3.5.
Shit, crazy shit happens at Jordan Hare at night against our
rival,
Georgia.
have you gone to the Iron Bowl?
We're gonna go ahead and retire Cam Newton's jersey, and
they're doing that this week.
Yeah. We had this plan before, and retiring my boy Cam, and so yeah, it's gonna be exciting.
What's he gonna wear to that? Is he gonna wear like the whole head shackle and the everything?
Oh yeah. He better be wearing an orange suit. It's an orange out at the stadium. Everybody's going to be in orange.
You wearing Bo Nix?
No, I'm wearing Auburn.
You wear the orange Broncos Bo Nix though. Like that's vintage right there for an Auburn.
That actually is a pretty reasonable call, but I'm just gonna roll with the orange Auburn shirt. But anyway. That's where I'll be. Go ahead, put Cam Coleman in those DFS lineups on Saturday because that dude's a fucking man.
All right. Well, have fun at the game. Tony, screw you. And I hope you guys enjoyed the show. If you want more picks, obviously check us out, runpuresports.com. ODB stuff, make sure you check out his podcast, Gamble Up. You'll be given a listen to that as well. And hopefully we go 9 of 9 here and we hit a nice big parlay for a lot of money. Hopefully you guys hit your bets too. Make sure you drop your 3 favorite bets in the comment section of the video, and good luck for this NFL Week 6 here. For Big T, ODB, and myself, JSU. We'll see you guys tomorrow for the Print Factory for Showdown. Until then, we're out of here.